Hey folks, welcome back to Honey Money SG. I know it has been a really sad month. We have been going after Nerf, after Nerf, after Nerf. We got UOB1 Nerf, we got GPay and GrabPay, I think sort of Nerf. And the biggest one may be coming from the Instagram Nerf. Because you know, it has been really bad news of how the Instagram program or cashback rewards is going to change. I've talked about the Instarem Amaze Card quite a lot. It's part of my single credit card strategy as well as the credit card stacking strategy because it is so good, right? The product, so many benefits that I could use and optimize it. Some of the benefits of Instarem Amaze includes the ability to avoid foreign currency transaction fees as well as the dynamic conversion fees, right? And also the ability to convert an offline transaction payment into an online payment transaction. Therefore, actually changed up a lot of structure of the credit card game. And you know, the icing on top of the cake for Instarem Amaze was that it used to give you 1% cashback on top of all your spend, right? Whether it was local or foreign currency spend. Then I think earlier it nerfed to about 1% cashback for foreign currency spend and 0.5% cashback for local spend. That was still not too bad, right? But you know, bad news don't come singly, right? They usually come in multiple folds of bad news. And in June, DBS announced that Instarem Amaze card transactions will not be eligible for their rewards program. So like if you are using the DBS Women's World Mastercard, they give you 4 miles per dollar or 10x reward points. With the Amaze card, it is not eligible anymore. So since June, I have already switched out my DBS Women's World Mastercard and have been using the City Rewards Mastercard, which is still eligible for Amaze for now. The second nerf of Instarem Amaze is that there will no longer be any more cashback or rewards for local currency spending, meaning that if you were to tag the Mastercard with the Amaze card and you spend it locally in Singapore dollars within our Singapore local merchants, you will not get any form of cashback, not even 0.5% or any other points that comes with it. It will just be a now zero. But at least you think your foreign currency spending is still safe, right? Well, not so much, because now they have removed the cashback option for foreign currency spending, but they changed it to an Instapoints redemption program, whereby 1 Singapore dollars of foreign currency spend equivalent will give you 1 Instapoint, and the maximum amount of Instapoints you could get per transaction is maxed out at 500 Instapoints. That means maximum you can only spend on a 500 Singapore dollars equivalent of foreign currency transaction to earn the max points. Whether you spend $1,000 or $5,000 or $500, you will still get the max of 500 Instapoints. So Instarem Amaze will be introducing a new rewards program from October 1st, 2022. But the accumulation starts from now, July 1st, which means that you can now redeem your Instapoints at 2,000 Instapoints equivalent to $20 of cashback. Now for those who are lazy to calculate, I have already calculated for you. It's still effective 1% cashback, but it's quite different from the 1% cashback because 1% cashback is automatically granted to you, right? You don't really have to do anything. But now if you have to redeem in $20 blocks and you have a cap of 500 Instapoints per transaction, it kind of limits how you can spend, because you can no longer be like in the past, just spend like minimal amounts and you will still get cashback. Now you have to accumulate like $20 worth of cashback before you can cash it out on your Amaze wallet. And if you use the rate of 1%, that means you have to spend around $2,000 worth of foreign currency per quarter for you to be eligible to withdraw the cashback in the next following quarter. Of course, if you travel quite frequently or you make overseas purchases quite frequently, you can easily hit $2,000 worth of foreign currency per quarter, right? But what about those who use it for local purchases? I think you will really lose out on the cashback. But you know, I will still be using this Instarem Amaze card because primarily I don't really use it for the cashback. I use the good benefits, which is the ability to convert offline transactions to online, which means that I could still use my City Rewards card, which gives you 4 miles per dollar or 10x reward points when tagged to the Amaze card, and you can use it on any physical or online merchant, right? It will still give you 10x points and 4 miles per dollar because City Rewards is still eligible. The greater benefit of this is that it reduces the number of credit cards that you need to have to optimize, because previously you may have multiple cards for multiple usages, but now with the single credit card strategy, maybe you just need a City Rewards Mastercard. And the other advantage of Instarem Amaze is the ability to avoid foreign currency transaction fees at a very low FX spread. Although the FX spread, I think it has kind of worsened. Previously, it was like 0.3% FX spread. Now, I think it's more accurate at 0.5% FX. But it's still good, right? Because it avoids the foreign currency fee, which I think most banks charge around a 3.5%. So if you include the 0.5% FX spread, your net savings is actually 3.5%, less of 0.5%. You still get 3% of savings if you were spending it in a foreign currency, whether you are traveling or you're just making overseas purchases. So for myself, I will just treat Instapoints as a bonus. Whether they have it or not, I will still use the Instarem Amaze Card, because my main thing is really to minimize the number of credit cards that I will hold and use, and I think Amaze is still quite amazing for that. And if you're asking what are the best credit cards to use for Instagram Amaze right now, I will highly recommend the Citi Rewards Mastercard. You can just use it to clock 4 miles per dollar or 10x reward points when tagged with the Amaze Mastercard. Now, if you're more of a cashback person, you can go for the Citi Cashback or Citi Cashback Plus. Citi Cashback is just that they have a minimum spend of $800 and mainly in dining, petrol and grocery spend. Whereas for Citi Cashback Plus, it gives you 1.6% cashback, which is unlimited cashback and no minimum spend. But 1.6% is such a far cry from 8%, right? It's like 5x less. So you have to like weigh in which one is the most suitable for your lifestyle. But of course, if you are spending a minimum of $800, then maybe you can look at the Maybank Family and Friends cards too, just that they have a lower cashback cap and they have like specific categories which can get quite complicated. But if you are already using it, then you can just tag it in. Of course, the last option is that you can actually tag it with the UOB Lendlease Mastercard, which you can actually select travel spending, because you know, right, Citi Rewards actually exclude travel spending as an eligible transaction. So if you have a UOB Lendlease Mastercard and you select travel as your eligible category, you can continue to earn 4 miles per dollar or 10x points with the UOB Lendlease Mastercard tagged to the Instarem Amaze Mastercard. So you can just use it for travel with the UOB Lendlease Mastercard. So when will I stop using Instagram Amaze? I think the answer is quite clear. When they stop the benefits of converting offline spend to online spend, or they stop having the benefit of not charging any foreign currency fees. I think these are deal breakers. The cashback is not much of a deal breaker. It's more of like an icing on top of the cake. While these two benefits are the main benefits of using Instagram Amaze. Or another situation is when the banks start excluding Amaze from its cashback rewards or miles rewards calculation, like what happened to the DBS Women's World Mastercard. Then I will stop using the Instagram Amaze. Other than that, I will still continue to use, but if I stop using because of the changes in terms and conditions, I'll let you guys know again. So that kind of sum up my Instagram Amaze card review for the year of 2022. Wow, it has been 1 year since I did the previous video, right? And if you really want to learn about how did I actually use Instagram Amaze card as a single credit card proxy to cut out a lot of my other credit cards, right? Then I can refer you to this video where that is my single credit card strategy to be used with Instagram Amaze. With that, thank you for watching. My name is Christopher. This is Honey Money SG, steering young adults to financial independence.